good afternoon. Welcome to Sigma Equipment. Today I'm going to show you how to properly brace and secure equipment and its components that do not have supports for themselves. What I mean by that is, like on this AMS here, we have a control box, a funnel, and another power box on the other side. Neither one of these components on this machine have their own bracing from them to the skid. So I'm going to show you how we would brace that and secure it for transport and safety reasons. Starting out, you're going to want to measure from the bottom of your component down to the top of your skid. Add 1.5 inches to 2 inches for the length of your drops. And from there, you'll cut everything. Once you get those cut, you'll measure a distance between your spans. And then you'll take another board and you'll cut another 2x4. You can use 2x4s, 2x6s. We recommend 2x4s because they're easier to work with. Once you have all your wood cut, you will go ahead and start securing your wood to the skid. Typically when we build these, we use hex head screws anywhere from 2 to 2.5 inches. Use a standard impact with a T25 adapter bit for the screws. It all depends on what kind of screws you want to use. We like these, they work great for us. So now the first part I'm going to go ahead and brace is I'm going to brace this control panel here, because as you can see, it rotates and tilts so you can look at it at different angles. But for transportation purposes, we want it to be parallel to the skid. I like to run my screws in prior to setting them up. Now you can see everything has support where it needs supports. One other thing I'm going to do with these is I'm going to run a band around each component just to ensure that they have their proper support. They're not going to bounce, they're not going to jostle anything. Now, as you'll notice, I went underneath my support and around the power box. When I bring it back around, that will give it the extra support once it's connected in here, because it's going to be pulling it down to my support beams. You just want to get it snug. You don't want to over tighten it. And now that's a lot more sturdy than what it was. Now, more banding, more strapping is better than none at all. So the more strapping you can get around your supports and components, the better the equipment will transport, whether in-house or on the road. When it comes to our banding or strapping, we prefer nylon strap, but if you don't have nylon straps, you can use ratchet straps, preferably the 1-inch straps. Try to stay away from metal banding, as it can chip, dent, or scratch the finish or the paint on the equipment. Now we're going to take a look at a bag or pouch sealer. Keep in mind that even though I'm showing you 2 types of equipment, there are multiple types of equipment out there that have hanging components that do not have supports on their own. So this will apply to any kind of equipment out there that needs supporting and bracing like this. Like this bag and pouch sealer, we have an upper module that has no support on its own. So we built, once again, 2x4 frame underneath that to support that up. Now, if need be, when you're doing this, some of these have cranks on top. You can run them up to get your spacing. And then when you're done, you can run them down so they sit tight. So we've got our supports here. We've got banding around the conveyor, going around our blocking. We've also got banding going around the bottom of the unit's base. That way it helps hold everything down, it holds everything in its own skid for transportation purposes. Once again, this is not set for just these types of equipment. This can apply to any equipment that has hanging components without their own supports. If you have any questions regarding the blocking or supporting of your equipment, please contact us at sigmaequipment.com.